Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, many of you having lot of the question regarding the Azure account. So I have created my previous video. In that I have shown how you can like create a learn or sandbox account, and with the help of sandbox account you can access the Azure services freely. So many of you have asked a lot of the question regarding that. Few of you are not able to access the sandbox account, but like if you could see now, sandbox things has been resolved from the Azure side, so now you can access that thing. I'll show you how we can access that. And like if you'll talk about the Azure accounts, right, few of the services you were talking like we are not able to utilize. So yes, I'm not going to mislead, like you are not able to utilize few of the premium services of the Azure through the sandbox account. So there are multiple types of account. Okay, one is free account. In that, like you will get a $200 and you have to give the credit card. After you have finished your $200 limit, you have to pay whatever the services you will utilize. Another thing is completely free account in which you can access the premium services as well. For that you need a student email ID, and for that you have to ask from your college, and your college should approve that budget. So that thing you have to look. And another thing is learn sandbox. So learn sandbox is for the particular module. Like if we have a web application, we are hosting web application, so those particular services only we can use under that sandbox. So we have a VM sandbox account, so only we can host a VM machine on that sandbox account. So let's see, we'll create a free Azure account and we will look what are the services we can utilize. Then we if you look about that, how we can activate the sandbox, how we can navigate to the Azure portal. So let's go to the browser. So if you come over here, right, so first what you have to do, you have to type Microsoft Learn, go to the Microsoft Learn, and in the Learn, browse the path, and in browse path you have to type host a web application. Okay, so host web application, and if you will search this you will get this, and under a web application you have to continue this. And before continuing, just come back, and like we have to go there. Yeah, so we have a introduction, so we don't need to go to the introduction. So we have a create a web app in Azure portal. So click over here, and if you will come over here, it will show like how we can create a web application and what are the services we can utilize for the web application. So over here, right, it will go to the it will ask you to sign in to activate sandbox account. If you have not signed in, like I have already signed in, so it's not asking me to sign in that. Once you will sign in, it will ask for the permission, give all the permission, and after that use this Azure portal link. If you'll use other portal.azure directly, it will not work, so you have to use this Azure portal link. Once you will use, you will come over here. So few of the people were asking that could we utilize Azure Data Factory? So with this learn account, right, you can't utilize the Azure Data Factory. You could only utilize this storage account, Azure SQL, then file share, VM, and Azure DevOps services. These are the services which you could uh, able to use. If you will go into the data factory, right, it will give you the policy error. So suppose I am creating a new data factory resource under the learn services. If you are going to create this, it will give the error. So you are not going to use any data factory related services. Just you can utilize Azure SQL. If you want to use the database, SQL database, surely you can utilize. You have to create a server, you have to deploy the database, and you will able to use that. Hope it have answered all your questions. So if you want to host a VM, you can use and host the VM as well. You can create the storage account as well. But for data factory, you have to take the premium account, or you have to utilize the $200 account. Then only you will able to utilize the Azure Data Factory services. There is one more thing, like the functionality of Azure Data Factory you can utilize, but that will not work means that is a part of the Power BI thing. So it's not just a data warehousing thing you can utilize only the data flow, not the ETL stuff. So just purchase the Azure account, a free account, utilize 200 and learn the things. Uh, Other part you will just waste your time by searching like free account. So just take the service.